Hello and welcome to Blake's Den. Today we're going to try and do a first start on this 1988 Austin Mini Designer. It hasn't run in over 3 years. I've owned it 2 years. I bought it as a non-running project and I'm going to see if she'll go. I haven't done an awful lot of preparation so far. I've taken all 4 spark plugs out. Checked those, they're all fine, and I've changed the oil because it lost most of the oil due to a gearbox oil seal leak when it was standard. First thing I've done anyway is put this large spanner on the crank pulley bolt, and I'm going to see if the engine will turn over by hand. So let's give that a bit of a tug. Yep, so that's turning over, which is great. So it means my engine's not seized, which is fantastic. So now I'm going to try and turn it over without the spark plugs in to see if it can pull some new fuel into the carburettor via the fuel lines. I'll put some new fuel in the tank first. Not sure how much fuel was in it, but most of that fuel will have gone off by now. So let's try that. So I'm inside the car, I've got the battery attached. When I turn the key, ignition light comes on. Turn it to the start position, nothing happens. When I bought this car, one of the issues I had with it was the starter solenoid wasn't working correctly. So I'm going to have to try turning over the starter motor with some jump leads and see whether I can crank the engine over that way. So I've added in fresh petrol and now I need to crank the engine over. Now as the starter solenoid isn't working, I'm bypassing it by using this jumper pack. I've connected that up to negative, the earth terminal on the engine there. And I've got this live connection here, which I'm going to connect onto the back of the starter motor, which you probably can't see, but that should turn the engine over with a bit of luck. There we are. So that's the engine cranking now, and it should be start pulling the fuel through. It's not a very powerful jumper pack, this. He's beginning to die already, so let's give that a bit longer. Okay, let's leave it there and I'll try connecting up the main battery. So I'll take a bit of time out there, I'm a bit busy, run out of time. Started back on it today and I've started cranking over the engine with the spark plugs out using the starter motor just by jumping out the contacts. It's a little dangerous thing to do if you've never done it before. Obviously make sure the car's out of gear when you do that, otherwise it'll roll towards you. I noticed that I wasn't really getting any spark on the spark plugs. I did try cleaning them up, didn't make a difference. Basically traced the problem back to the distributor cap. It's down here. It was quite oxidised on the inside, give it a good clean and it's got a good spark now. Fortunately I can't really show that on video, it's just too bright today to see the spark. Next step then is I'm going to put all the spark plugs back in, put all the HT leads back on, and then I think I'm going to pull her outside of the garage and see if she starts. So the Mini's out in the sunshine, first time in a long while. All the HT leads are back on now, everything's connected up. I've got the wheel chocks, so the car won't roll away, handbrake's off. Car is in neutral. There we are. Turn the ignition on. Also got an additional booster battery on the back, just to give it a bit more oomph. And now I'm going to try jumping out the starter motor contacts and see if it starts. Fantastic! So as you can see, it now runs. It's got an absolutely terrible screeching sound from the alternator, and the ignition warning light is on at the same time. So I'm guessing we've got a problem there with the alternator. But the good news is the engine's fine. It goes backwards and forwards and runs great really. So it's really good news. So what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to turn that off. There we are, that's a bit better. So now really I can start the restoration on it. I know it's mechanically sound. Pretty mechanically sound. The engine works. It's going to be a lot easier to move it around now that the engine starts up. So yeah, really happy with that. So stay tuned to Blake's Den for more videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And more videos will be coming soon.